All set now for race number 2. Field of 8 behind the gate. We've got Friendly Fred and Todd Treitz. Dude and Mark Haig. Calavrita Zeus and Rick Armstrong. Cambo Time, Doug Falcons Jr. Eddie Said and Jeff Lewis. Woodmere, Coal Dust and Bob McNeil. Mr. Downey, Steve Downey. And outside 8, Wild Cherry, Tim Merzetti. 8 across the gate. The second race. Here they come. They're off and pacing, going for the lead to the inside, Friendly Fred. Then Dude gets away second. On the outside, wide, that is Eddie Said around the turn. Then Cambo Time gets away, racing in fourth. Back to fifth is Woodmere Coal Dust. Then Calavrita Zeus back early in sixth. Then it's back to the two trailers, Mr. Down East and Wild Cherry can see them all. Friendly Fred and Treitz on the front end mission here. Leads by a length and a half, then second outside. Eddie Said is parked. Inside third is Dude. Cambo Time watches all the action from fourth, 30 and 2. That opening quarter. Then Woodmere Coal Dust gapped out about 3 lengths back in fifth. Then 6 Calavrita Zeus, seventh Mr. Down East and Wild Cherry still trails 3/8 of the mile, is complete now and off the turn through the stretch to the half. Friendly Fred outside getting the parking ticket is Jeff Lewis, and Eddie Said park second, inside third, Dude. Then Cambo Time still sits in fourth. Calavrita Zeus on the outside fifth. Then it's back to Woodmere Coal Dust, Mr. Down East, and trailing the field on the outside, Wild Cherry, 1:01 and 1 by that opening half mile. It's Friendly Fred. Treitz looking for a second on the day. Then Dude is back to second. Outside, Calavrita Zeus tips out 3 wide from third. Behind him comes Mr. Down East. Then Eddie Said has called it a day after being parked, is fading back in 6 by the 3/4. Friendly Fred, 1:33 and 4, and it's Friendly Fred. Calavrita Zeus closest to him second. Dude is third. Mr. Down East fourth, and Cambo Time. Wild Cherry to the outside. Woodmere Coal Dust, and Eddie Said 1/8 of a mile to go. Friendly Fred and Rockin' Todd in the lane. It's Friendly Fred, Calavrita Zeus, Mr. Down East, Wild Cherry coming on. Now to third, but it's going to be Treitz tucking the whip away on Friendly Fred, and he gets the daily double here with races 1 and 2, and Friendly Fred gets the job done, 2:04 and 2. This is 2 for 2 on the day as he brings back Friendly Fred. 5-year-old son of Largo out of the Falcon Elmhurst mare, D.D. Depot. Owned by James Clough and Clark Bustard of Elmwood, New Brunswick, trained by John C. Davies. And Friendly Fred picks up his 3rd win of the season. And this afternoon, gate-to-wire effort, 2:04 and 2. Friendly Fred and Todd Treitz, 2:04 and 2. Bob McNeil call the judges. Bob McNeil call the judges.
Top of the stretch, race number 3. Rody Ryan, Mike Stevenson. Prince Alexander, John Davidson. Mega Rose and Mike Downey. 8 off the break, Steve Mahar. Ties Power, Sam Hodgen. Memories of Love, Ed Harvey. In Gals, Mark Haig. Bordertown Armor, Gord Hennessy. Here they come. And going for it on the inside, that's Prince Alexander. Mike Downey and Mega Rose will settle in second. Now here comes 8 off the break. In fourth, that's Ties Power. Fifth, Rody Ryan. Sixth, Memories of Love. Seventh, In Gals, and trilling the field, that's Bordertown Armor. Now off stride, that's the 2-horse Prince Alexander. Your leader is Steve Mahar. And 8 off the break. In second, Mega Rose. Third, as they were by the opening quarter, in 30 and 3. Your leader is 8 off the break. Second, Mega Rose. Third, Ties Power. Fourth, Rody Ryan. Memories of Love sitting fifth. That's sixth. That's In Gal. Seventh, Bordertown Armor. Trilling the field after the break, Prince Alexander, and your leader as they make their way in front of the grandstand first time around is 8 off the break. Here comes the 5. Ties Power, they were by the half in 1:02. Your leader still 8 off the break. Second on the outside, Ties Power. Third on the inside, Mega Rose. Now has some cover. Rody Ryan sits fourth. Inside fifth, that's In Gals. Memories of Love sits sixth. Your Triller is now still after the break. Prince Alexander as they're up the backstretch second. And final time, your leader trying to go coast to coast is 8 off the break. They were by the 3/4 in 1:32 and 4, and 8 off the break is still the one to catch. Inside second, Mega Rose. Ties Powers third. It's a bunched field as they make their way for home. It's still 8 off the break. Here comes Mega Rose. 8 off the break, out by a length or so. 8 off the break is gonna win it. Second, Mega Rose. Tight for third between Memories of Love and Rody Ryan. Time for the mile, 2:02 and 4. And now parading back to the winner's circle, winner of race number 3, number 4, 8 off the break. And now parades back for its third win in its last 4 races. Driven to victory today by Steve Mahar, owned by Baxter Hurley of St. John, trained by Ross McDonald. For 8 off the break, it's its 7th win on this season. 8 off the break. The Bay Geldon 3 by Fit for Life of Aratmates, she by BG's Bunny. And congratulations to the winner of race number 3, 8 off the break.
The field now moving in. We've got Tuned In and Jeff Lewis. Poe Dunk Pete, Charlie Price. Finally Laughing, Mike Stevenson, Awesome Guy, and Todd Treitz. Familiar Face, Steve Mahar. Ender off Bluegrass in her final career start from Post 6, Sam Hodgen. Camsman and Mike Downey. And outside, Consider Me Lucky, John Davidson. 8 across the gate, the 4th race. Here they come. They're off and pacing, and Podunk Pete goes out for the early lead. Camsman on the outside, leaving well from post 7 and eyeing a spot to the pylons as they round the turn. And in the backfield off stride, that was Consider Me Lucky as they make their way by the 8th pole, and your leader up front. Podunk Pete, then sitting second, Camsman, Tuned In, gap of 2 back to him in 3rd. Awesome Guy looks at it 4th, Familiar Face is 5th. Then it's Finally Laughing 6, Ender off Bluegrass, and Consider Me Lucky. Trails the field after the break, that opening quarter, 29 and 4 for Podunk Pete. Then racing second up tight is Camsman. Tuned In is closing in 3rd. Then racing 4th, Awesome Guy eyeing a move to the outside. Then Familiar Faces back in 5th. Racing 6 at the cones, Finally Laughing. Then it's back to Ender off Bluegrass and Consider Me Lucky. Through the stretch to the half, it's Podunk Pete. Then Camsman outside. Awesome Guy, first up trip on the outside, driving on from 3rd, then Tuned In. Familiar Faces grab some great cover from 5th, the half, 101 and 3, then it's Finally Laughing in 6th. 7th, Ender off Bluegrass and Consider Me Lucky as they go by the 5/8 pole and on up the backstretch. They drive on to the 3/4, and it's still Podunk Pete. Outside, Awesome Guy hitting hard second. Then Camsman has 3rd. Finally Laughing. He's getting in gear on the outside from 4th and going on. Then Familiar Face is 5th. 3/4. in 133 as they round the turn, and they're 3 wide on the inside. Podunk Pete, then Awesome Guy, finally laughing on the outside. Less than an eighth of a mile to go, and your leader is still Podunk Pete, looking to go coast to coast here, and he's got the lead. Then finally laughing on the outside, Awesome Guy, way outside. Familiar Face is closing up quick. Familiar Face wins it. Then Awesome Guy second, Podunk Pete third, 5-4-2. Unofficially here with Familiar Face winning it. Time for the mile, 2:03 and 4. Back to the winner's circle, the winner of race 4, number 5, Familiar Face. 9-year-old gelding by Happy Family out of the Curtis Hanover mare Island Lace. Owned by Al Jones, Norm Legier. Alan does the training. Steve Mahar in the driver's seat this afternoon. And the veteran gets it done, 2:03 and 4. Familiar Face. Getting up to win it in the home stretch, 2:03 and 4. That's his second winning trip of the season. In behind the starter. Starters approaching top of the stretch. We've got Pin Shot, Steve Mahar, Scorpion, Mike Downey. Rapid Cane, Tim Merzetti. Pondside Invader, Gord Hennessy. Fastest Can Be, Mark Haig, Dr. Decimeter, Todd Treitz. Talking About My Boy, Mike Stevenson, and outside Eclipse Spirit and Steve Mason. 8 starters, here they come. They're off and pacing. Rapid Cane going out for the early lead, a Pin Shot. She can get out of there, and she is this afternoon going for the lead, and Rapid Cane has rolled off stride around that turn. Back pacing, though, but he's back in fifth now as they straighten into the backstretch. Pin Shot is your leader. Racing second is Scorpy, gapped out to Pondside Invader. Racing in third, then racing fourth, Dr. Decimeter. Rapid Cane, after that break, has found a spot now and is sitting in fifth. Then sixth, Fastest Can Be. There goes Talking About My Boy. From the backfield and trailing is Eclipse Spirit, 30 and 1. That opening quarter for the mare Pin Shot, leading a length and a quarter. Racing in second is Scorpy. Back third, Pondside Invader. Then racing fourth, Dr. Decimeter. Outside, Talking About My Boy. Then it's Rapid Cane. 2 trailers now, Fastest Can Be and Eclipse Spirit moving to the outside as they're in front of the grandstand. First time around, Pin Shot. No win tickets on the mare, and she's controlling it, but here comes Pondside Invader to press the issue the half. 1:01 and 1 as they round the turn. Pin Shot still on top and moving out a bit. Then second, Scorpy. Outside, Pondside Invader. He's angled out, but stalled on the outside at this point. But going on now as they drive on to the 3/4. Pin Shot. Pondside Invader hitting hard on the outside second. Scorpy has third. Then Dr. Decimeter now gets fourth ahead of Talking About My Boy. 3/4 and even 132 as they round the turn. Neck and neck for the top. Inside, Pin Shot. Outside, Pondside Invader. Then Scorpy is right there third. Talking About My Boy. Then Dr. Decimeter. An eighth of a mile to go. It's Pin Shot. Pondside Invader on the outside, and Pondside Invader has cleared the top. Pin Shot is second, Scorpy third, but it's Pondside Invader. First up winner, in for second, Pin Shot, and Scorpy third ahead of Talking About My Boy. Finishing fourth in the time for the mile, Pondside Invader. Season's mark for him, 2:01 and 1. Back to the winner's circle. Winner of the 5th race is 4, Pondside Invader. 6-year-old son of Largo out of the Springfield mare, Rosie's Image. Alme Romeo Boucher, Edmond Gagnon, trained by Alain Bergeron, with Gord Hennessy in the driver's seat, and Pondside Invader picks up win 3 of the season, and a season's best for the 6-year-old this afternoon of 2:01 and 1. Pondside Invader. Gord Hennessy, first up trip, and he wins it 2:01 and 1. Stutters for the 6 race are at the gate, and the gate is moving. All set for the 6 with PJ's Wager and Steve Mahar, Chitty Fella, Mike Downey, Milt, and Todd Trites. Black Snaker with Mike Stevenson, Gift of Gab, John Davidson, Precious Katera, Doug Falcons Jr. Fittipaldi and Tim Merzetti outside 8 entry is Tricky Wind, Gord Hennessy. 8 starters claiming pacers. Here they come. They're off. PJ's Wager going out for it. Milt outside of him. Then Chitty Fella gets away racing in third around that turn. Then on the outside, Tricky Wind tries to settle in. Black Snaker, though, up the inside is now fourth. Tricky Wind parked on the outside going on. Then Gift of Gab is sixth. Back to Precious Katera and trailing the field. Fittipaldi as they race on to the opening quarter, and Milt has grabbed the top. PJ's Wager, but on the outside, advancing Tricky Wind has been parked and is on the outside. Third, Chitty Fella fourth, then Black Snaker fifth. By that opening quarter, 29 and 4. Then Gift of Gab follows it up back in sixth. Then on the outside, here comes Fittipaldi. He's getting in gear and trailing the field. Precious Katera, 3/8 of the mile complete now, and they're neck and neck for the top. Inside, Milt. Outside, Tricky Wind. Then PJ's Wager sitting in from third. Chitty Fella still in fourth. Outside, Black Snaker makes a move. Then it's Gift of Gab. He's going to follow some cover from sixth. Then Fittipaldi and Precious Katera. They were halfway home in 1:01 and 1 as they round the paddock turn, and it's Milt on top, but not going away. Tricky Wind, and Tricky Wind now has grabbed the top from Milt. Then on the outside, Black Snaker. On the outside, third. PJ's Wager fourth. Gift of Gab right there fifth, and Davidson looking to tip him out 3 wide. Then inside to Chitty Fella, no room for him. Then outside, Fittipaldi and Precious Katera. What a bunch field. 3/4 in 1:33, and Black Snaker comes out of that turn with the lead. But fighting back is Tricky Wind on the inside, fighting back and has the lead again. Black Snaker, here comes Gift of Gab. Chitty Fella finally has some racing room. They're down the stretch. Black Snaker has cleared the front. Black Snaker, Tricky Wind, Gift of Gab coming on. But Black Snaker and Stevenson gets the job done here over Gift of Gab. Tricky Wind third, PJ's Wager. Time for the mile for Black Snaker, 2:04. Back to the winner's circle, the winner of race number 6, number 4, Black Snaker. Black Snaker, a 5-year-old gelded son of Village Jasper, out of the bred Hanover mare, Qui Lomont. Owned by Travis Fowler of Raceway. Ross McDonald does the training. Mike Stevenson gets the catch driving call today. And Black Snaker picks up his 4th of the season, and the mile this afternoon, 2:04. Black Snaker, Mike Stevenson, 2:04. Starters for the 7th race are at the gate and approaching top of the stretch. Here's how we leave Rustico Storm, John Davidson. From 2, Cam's Midnight Star and Sam Hodgen. Leaving 3, Symbolic Gesture, Mike Stevenson. Baby of Blue Moon leaves 4 for Todd Trites. Night Stalker 5 for Mike Downey. Eyes on You from post 6, Steve Mahar, OB Viking. Ricky Collins from 7 and outside 8, Shellmark Adios. Gordy Hennessy. 8 starters, here they come. They're off and a good start. Cam's Midnight Star going out for the lead, but Baby of Blue Moon can kick the gate, and she's on the outside and going for it as they round the turn. On the inside, Cam's Midnight Star outside, Baby of Blue Moon. Then Symbolic Gesture gets away racing third. Night Stalker sits in from 4th, and Eyes on You 5th. Rustico Storm is 6th. OB Viking, Shellmark Adios can see them all, and Trites now has the lead with Baby of Blue Moon on top by a length and 3/4. Racing in second, Cam's Midnight Star by that opening quarter, 28-4 for Baby of Blue Moon. Racing second, Cam's Midnight Star. Third, Symbolic Gesture Night Stalker. Fourth, here comes Rustico Storm on the outside, moving up from fifth. Then Eyes on You, sixth. Outside, Obi Viking. Seventh, Shellmark Adios trails the field in front of the grandstand first time around. Baby of Blue Moon and Trites trying to get a little breather here after that 28-4 opener. Then Cam's Midnight Star is second by the half in a minute and 1/5 as they round the turn. Baby of Blue Moon and Cam's Midnight Star. Outside, Symbolic Gesture. The pace starts to pick up again. Then Night Stalker back in third now up the inside. Then Symbolic Gesture fourth. Inside, that's Eyes on You fifth. Then way outside, Shellmark Adios, Rustico Storm, OB Viking as they go by the 3/4. And Trites looking for his third of the day, and he's in controlling fashion with Baby of Blue Moon, 129-3 by the 3/4, and it looks like a 2-horse race. It's Baby of Blue Moon, then second, Cam's Midnight Star with an eighth to go. Baby of Blue Moon, Cam's Midnight Star, Night Stalker is third. They've got to catch Baby of Blue Moon, and she shows her heels to the field here. Trites tucks the whip away and wins it over Cam's Midnight Star, Night Stalker third. Time for the mile, 1:59-2. And back to the winner's circle with his third driving win in the afternoon. Todd Trites aboard 1A, Baby of Blue Moon. 6-year-old daughter of Cam Luck and the No Nukes mare, Frida Pan. Entered by Galen Dempsey, who does the training. Todd Trites in the driver's seat. And Baby of Blue Moon picks up win 5 of the season. And this afternoon, 1:59-2, back half 59-1 for the big mare. She gets it done, 1:59-2, driving triple for Rockin' Todd. Top of the stretch now for the 8th race. We got Cash by Mail, Steve Mahar, Goddess Sabra, Mike Stevenson, PJ Polyboy, Mike Downey, Big V and Todd Trites, Arizona Maverick, John Davidson, Freestone Lexi, Mark Haig, 4 men only, and Lonnie Stokes, 8-horse scratch. 7 across the gate. This is race 8, claiming pacers, and here they come. They're off and pacing. Goddess Sabra going out for it. Big V on the outside under stranglehold. He takes back, but on the inside leaving well. That's Cash by Mail around the turn. Goddess Sabra has it. Cash by Mail is racing second. Big V under a tight line back in third. Then 4 men only. Sits back in fourth. Racing fifth, PJ Polyboy. Then it's back to Freestone Lexi in sixth. Then trailing the field, Arizona Maverick as they race single file to that opening quarter. And Stevenson stacks them up with Goddess Sabra by that opening quarter, 30-1. Goddess Sabra. Then in the pocket, trip second, Cash by Mail. Big V under a tight line. Back in third, 4 men only. He's right there fourth. Then gapped out a bit in fifth. That's PJ Polyboy. On to the outside. Here comes Freestone Lexi eyeing a move from 6, and that'll give cover to Arizona Maverick. Through the stretch to the half, Goddess Sabra and Stevenson leads a length and a half. Second, Cash by Mail. Then Big V angles out now, racing on from third. 102-1 past that opening half. Goddess Sabra. Then second, Cash by Mail. Big V on the outside third. Now second and giving chase as they hit the 5/8 Goddess Sabra. Then second, Big V inside to Cash by Mail. Racing fourth on the outside comes Freestone Lexi. Then Four Men Only is racing fifth. Racing six, Arizona Maverick. And trailing PJ Polyboy. 3/4 in the books with Goddess Sabra. 132 and 4. Goddess Sabra still by a length. Big V outside second as Goddess Sabra starts to step it up a bit, and she moves out now by 2 as Stevenson goes to work on the mare in this final eighth. It's Goddess Sabra. Freestone Lexi is coming on. They're in deep stretch. Goddess Sabra, Freestone Lexi coming on, but Goddess Sabra shows her heels to the field and gets it done over the 6. Freestone Lexi. Big V hangs around for third. Time for the mile, 2:04. Back to the winner's circle for the 8th race. Number 2, Goddess Sabra. 6-year-old mare by Towner's Big Guy out of the Sansam mare, Ray Racy. Owned by Andrew Ward of St. John, trained by Pat Eastwood. Mike Stevenson in the driver's seat. The mare goes coast to coast and winning this afternoon an even 2:04. 7s across the board for Goddess Sabra. 7 wins on the season. And she wins 2:04 gate to wire trip. Top class. Last chance in at the Mutuals. Final chance. Stutters moving in. This the 9th race. Full field of 8. It's our top class. Escape the Night has the inside for John Davidson. Rackland Fine Line, Gord Hennessy, Bolero Kloop, and Todd Trites. Skill Factor, Mike Downey. Perfect Trick, Steve Mahar. Comical Brilla, Lonnie Stokes. Lot of Speed. Mark Haig into the outside. Membership, Mike Stevenson. 8 across the gate, the featured 9th race. Finale of the day, here they come. They're off and pacing. Perfect Trick going out for the early lead, but on the inside, Escape the Night's going to play hardball to the inside, and Escape the Night's got the lead. Perfect Trick on the outside second, then getting away third, but gapped out is Rackland Fine Line as they race on up the backstretch, and Perfect Trick on the outside has grabbed the top. Then Escape the Night is racing second. Back third, Rackland Fine Line. Then Bolero Kloop got away fourth. Then it's back to Skill Factor, Comical Brilla, Lot of Speed, and trailing the field Membership that opening quarter. 29 seconds even for Perfect Trick. He settled up on the lead. Then racing second on the inside, Escape the Night. Rackland Fine Line tries to close it in from third. Then racing fourth, Bolero Kloop. Inside fifth, Comical Brilla. Then comes Lot of Speed on the outside, getting in gear from sixth. Then Skill Factor and outside Membership in front of the grandstand. First time around, Perfect Trick is your leader halfway home. Then Escape the Night still second. The half in a minute and 3/5, 31 and 3 in that second quarter, and it's Perfect Trick. He'll be tough to beat now. Racing second, Escape the Night, then Rackland Fine Line drives out from third. Inside fourth, Bolero Kloop, then Lot of Speed, Membership, Comical Brilla, and Skill Factor. On to the 3/4 they go. Perfect Trick, Escape the Night is second. Rackland Fine Line, there goes Membership, and Stevenson tips him out 3 wide. 3/4, 131 and 2. 31 and 1 by the 3/4, and it's Perfect Trick. Then second still is Escape the Night outside Membership as they come off the turn. An eighth to go. Perfect Trick, he's got the lead. Then second, Escape the Night. Third, Membership. But Perfect Trick continues his winning ways here, and he wins it just too much for this field, and he wins over Escape the Night and Membership. And the time for the mile, 2 minutes and 1/5. Parading back now, your winner of race number 9, our top class, number 5, Perfect Trick. Perfect Trick, 5-year-old Cam's Magic Trick out of the Happy Escort mare, Fancy Escort, All by Doug Beckwith, who does the training. Steve Mahar in the driver's seat. And Perfect Trick picks up his 11th winning trip this season, and he wins 2 minutes and 1/5, including a 29-second closer. 29 flat, the final quarters. Perfect Trick, the winner of our finale, 2 minutes and 1/5.